We got more clips from OTAs, and we're going to be looking at the New England Patriots and getting another look at Drake Maye as he channels his inner Patrick Mahomes, throwing no-look passes, slinging the ball around, working through some drills. But before we dig into these clips, you need to click that subscribe button right now. We're going hard in the paint. We're looking at these rookies, looking at what they're doing behind the scenes at rookie camp, OTAs, minicamp, and training camp all throughout this offseason. On top of your favorite veterans, on top of these players on new teams, coming back from injuries and everything else. Click that button. Stop missing out on your rookies and favorite players that are all going to be here. But we're looking at Drake Maye. We're going to start things off with the no-look pass. We got a lot of clips from yesterday. 1:13. We'll run through these clips a few times. Here's the no-look. Boom. Right there. Slinging it out there. Freezing the DBs. And getting it there. Looking good. Looking confident. I'll say this, when you look at him versus some of the other quarterbacks there, like Zappy and Brissett, he's got snappier feet. His feet's a lot snappier, a lot quicker, smoother, noticeably different, more assertive as well. Just in these drills, you watch them all together, there is a difference. He glides a little bit more, gets back there more pop in the step. The feet are smoother. And there's the deep ball. He's accurate downfield. Steps back. Drives it. We go over a lot of his clips. Most of them, oh, maybe not that one, are on the mark. Most of them are on the mark. There's another one right into the net. I noticed one thing. He drops his head a lot on a lot of his passes. I do not know if he's not liking those throws or something. He does that a lot. He did it last time we did clips. I didn't point it out, but he did it this time, and now I'm pointing it out. He drops his head sometimes, or a lot of times. He'll toss it, and he'll just drop it right to the ground, a little bit there. Maybe he's looking at a football. We'll give him a mulligan. I don't know what that right there. You'll notice it. I don't know what to think of it, whether to make it a big deal, but it just happens a lot. Compared to a lot of other quarterbacks, I don't know if he doesn't like what he's doing or what's going through his head. But that one, he's looking at football. That one's a mulligan. Don't worry about that one. But the feet snappy. That's one thing I'm noticing this time around on the clips. When the ball comes out, it's got zip. It's got pop. Like we all know, he's accurate downfield. And when we looked at him as a prospect back in North Carolina, it was instant off the rip. You knew he had something there. You knew he was going to be a first-round pick. You knew that was happening. You knew that was in the cards. And we knew he just had to build upon that resume. He did. Last year was a little bit of a downer year. But the thing about that, though, we can turn it up. We can get it back together. The Patriots saw that. They drafted him. He's got a lot of upside due to his ability to sling the rock with accuracy and due to him being poised in the pocket and bringing it home. This team is retooling, rebuilding, restructuring, however you want to word it. But you got to be patient with a quarterback like this. In this situation, they brought in two good rookie wide receivers. Javon Baker, Jalen Polk. Two very good rookie wide receivers with good grades on them. Graded as second-round picks, really. And you got two of them. You got one in the fourth round. You had about 20 wide receivers in this year's class graded as a second-round pick. Somebody's going to fall to the fourth round. We had a few of them. You don't usually catch that in drafts. Usually about 9 to 12 with a third-round grade or better. If you want to be a little bit more broad with that. This year you got 20 plus. 20 plus. That's solid. That's really solid. That's a lot of wide receivers. And the economics says, hey, some of them are going to fall. We knew Javon Baker was going to be somewhere in the middle of the back part of those range. And that's what happened. That's what happened. Shouldn't really be surprised because NFL teams are going to play the market. You had a cornerback run in the second round. Offensive line was super deep. You shouldn't be surprised when you think about that. And then you look at last year's running back class where it was so deep. And teams knew that the position's deep. We can wait on it. And they're going to be waiting on positions in deep classes. That's what they're going to do. They showed their hand. They did it again this year with some players. And Brendan Rice fell in the draft. Probably shouldn't have fell in the draft. We saw some players fall in the draft last year at running back because it was so deep. That's just how it happens. But we're looking at Drake Maye here. Accurate ball. Ball comes out live. The feet's very snappy. That is the one thing I've noticed. And you notice it when it's against different quarterbacks. It's just smoother. It's quicker. It's more electric. That no-look pass, though. I was looking more of that head-down thing. The last set of clips that I put out, I think a week or so ago of him, he was doing it a ton. And I did not point it out because I didn't think it was really a thing. And then he did a little bit here when I was gathering clips. And then they put out that no-look pass. I think we're going to give him a mulligan right now. But right here, when I listen to him talk, everything sounds confident and sounds good and concise. But he's shown that little indicator, though, with the head drop after a lot of those passes. Like he's not happy with something. Something's going on negative mentally. And that may be a thing or nothing. And you see it more in last week's set of clips. And I kept my mouth shut on it because I thought it was nothing. Then it came up in this week's set a little bit. Not as much. But I'm also giving him a little grace because there's footballs around. Maybe he's looking at that. And I'm playing devil's advocate. But that no-look pass got me excited. I'm glad I didn't post this last night because that no-look pass came out yesterday. I really loved sharing it with you guys. I think Drake Maye's got a lot of upside in this offense. I think he's a very good prospect. I think people were down on him too much. I think the thing about quarterbacks coming out for a draft, it's easy to be down on them. Most of them don't work out. Most of them don't. And that's the downside. We don't stare at the downside on players because we know what the downside is. Why focus on that? His upside, he's got a deep ball. He's accurate downfield. He was good off the rip in college. He was considered a top-tier prospect instantly in college, and that's something to lean on to. He transitioned quickly from the high school game to the college game and was productive, looking good, looking like a top-tier prospect. Nasty ball, nasty placement, nasty anticipation. We can carry that over to the NFL game. I'm excited to see how he develops with his team. The Patriots is a team we need to pay attention to. They got a lot of moving pieces here. And with that, it's going to be a lot of players that we got to keep an eye on. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the way out. I want to thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.